What's up, it's DJ Jam, and you're watching BPM Supreme TV. Peace.
One, two, three into the four. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door. Ready to make.
Growing up in San Diego, growing up here, I was really family orientated. I have a big family here, so I was influenced by, basically my older cousins and hanging out with them for everything that I did, basically. So it was a big family structure, growing up and having that support.
Staying from a young G's perspective, and before me they got a trick, I have to find a contraceptive.
The difference from San Diego to LA, for me, San Diego was a place that basically I took ideas and me to be creative. Once I moved to LA, it was like I jumped in the fast lane. Everything was like fast paced. Everybody's hustling, and everybody has like the work ethic is like on a whole nother level. That's where it's like a melting pot where people come from not just San Diego, but all parts of the world, to LA to do these certain things. So it's a lot of competition, but at the same time, it's good competition because it keeps you up on what's going on. So.
With the dope rhyme that I kick, and I know I feel some more funky shit. To add to my
Working for radio in Los Angeles was a great experience. I had a chance to be part of a radio station called 92.3 The Beat, and a lady by the name of Michelle S. brought me in, and it was great because she basically not only put on DJs and people at the station, not just to do that certain thing, but she put those people in position to get information from them, and everybody put their heads together type of thing, and let's try to be number one. So she brought in the likes of Sway and King Tech from the Bay Area, Julio G, that was an original 1580 K-Day mix master. So she had vets at the station, and she listened to us. And I think that's what ended up making us number one at the end of the day and beating out our competitor in the market. Yeah.
Bow wow wow. Dropping the funky tracks is making the suckers just mumble. When I'm on the mic, it's like a cookie.
Going to Cal State Dominguez Hills, I was a music major with an emphasis on audio engineering. So I got a chance they had recording studios on campus, so that was my dream. I wanted to be an audio engineer and actually work in a recording studio, recording people's music. And while going there, I learned everything, the ins and outs of recording studios and music at the same time. And when I finally got to my junior year, after my junior year is when I met Snoop and Dre, basically, and I had to make a decision. Either to stay there or that's when Dre asked me to be his DJ. So, I was like, I'll just go with them. Average life of an artist is like 4 years, and I'll go back to school. And never knew that all this would happen and this would be my career. So great experience. The meeting with KURUPT. He was basically the one who made the connection for me with Snoop. Back in the day, I used to do all the parties at San Diego State University for certain fraternities and sororities, and these were like huge parties. And there was a guy that kept bragging about, his friend in LA, his name was KURUPT, and da-da-da-da-da. He was gonna bring him down one week to one of the parties so I could meet him. And he said this for like a couple of years straight, so I never, believed him. But one weekend he brought KURUPT down, and instantly I gave him the microphone at the party because this guy had pumped him up so much. I'm like, all right, man, you better be good type of thing. And I gave him the microphone, and he rocked freestyle for like 10 minutes straight and had the whole audience in awe. And after that, we made the connection at Cal State Dominguez Hills, and he would come to the campus and we would work on music, and then we would ride together and we'd go hang with Snoop and all that. So KURUPT is basically the person who made the connection, and we always keep it tight. You know, it's like a brother, another brother to me, and yeah, we will be collaborating on some things. We're actually talking about some things now.
You know I'm mobbing with the D.O.G. Straight off them killer streets of CP.
The DEATHROW thing, when that was come together, was basically the first time where I actually saw Bloods and Crips coming together to work as a unit, and each side have each other's back, and it was about, you know, doing a job and getting to that next plateau, you know, and you know, you got to remember there wasn't a lot of West Coast, wasn't really big on the map before we made it, and so we had a lot of people looking like, you know, down on us, and so we had to kind of like stand our ground at the same time. So it was really good to see those two sides come together, and that really opened me up to, you know, life situations. And then what I learned musically, of course, you know, being able to sit next to Dr. Dre in front of a SSL mixing board, you know, through projects after projects, and I learned a lot, definitely.
You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
Working with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, for the length of time I did, it became family. Basically, it was family. I was going to LA and really didn't have family there. All my family's in San Diego, so they took me in, you know, as one of theirs, basically, and they didn't have to do that. You know, they had their friends that they grew up with. You know, they could have easily put one of them on as their DJ, you know, and even if they didn't really know at the time, they could have learned, you know. So I really felt, you know, really good and grateful that they put me in that position, and I can further, you know, my level as being a DJ on different platforms. So yeah.
Get back, that's the part of success. If you believe in the S, you'll be relieving your stress.
Well, there's a lot of memories looking back and being surrounded by different people. You know, we've been on tour with so many different groups, from hip-hop groups to rock groups, you know, new and old, and being able to meet these guys and being in the same room because they want to come hang with us, you know, and I was like, wow, these guys, you know what I mean? And for one reason or another, but it was really good in really getting to see, you know, a different side of stars and entertainers, and some good, some bad, but then, you know, there's two sides to everything. Basically, everybody's just normal people, you know what I mean? What you see with somebody that has a 9-to-5 could be the same type of attitude as somebody that has a multi, you know, $1 million, so it really doesn't matter.
With my jeans on and my team strong, get my drink on and my smoke on, then go.
Well, a few things that I wanted to do for giving back to the community and taking my my career to another level, you know, production, radio, some of the things that I was involved with before. So I basically moved back to San Diego and started my foundation. That's why I'm back. But it really doesn't matter where I live now because I usually get on airplanes anyway. And now I basically travel around the world doing clubs, festivals, concerts, representing myself as Snoop and Dre's DJ, so yeah.
And let it thug hit it. You ain't gotta get dressed or do your hair, girl, I got 24 hours.
I still love to do collaborations. I've done several artists' projects for their mixtapes and albums. I wanted to do a little bit more DJ Jam stuff, travel the world, hit some of the countries and cities that, you know, I wasn't able to with Snoop because, you know, it might have been smaller and they didn't have the budget to book him. So I'll go to all these different places in smaller countries and being able to communicate and touch people all over the world. And me going back to the foundation of being a DJ. And to me, it's a worldwide thing, not just actually being able to spin records, but being able to talk to people in other countries about how their countries are, because they want to know about what we do here in the U.S., so that's real important above the money.
Just to do your hair, girl, I got 24 hours. 24 hours.
I started a foundation called the Community Hands Network, and that basically has two programs, the Animal Habitat and Petting Zoo of San Diego and the United DJ Mentor Academy. So it's two-sided, and that basically represents me in my life, because my whole life has been basically music and animals. I've raised just about every animal from a kid, from monkeys, pigs. You can see that at djjam.com too. Check out my pets. But I have a lot of different animals still till today. And so that was very important for me to start that, because I think kids need to learn about animals in our environment. So it's an animal/environmental outreach program. And then on the other side of that, it's the United DJ Mentor Academy, which right now it's about teaching kids, junior high and high school kids, the art of DJing, but it's gonna evolve into a multimedia mentor academy. So they're gonna learn DJing, they're gonna learn radio operations, they're gonna learn social networking, music and audio production, photography, videography under one roof. And that's in the process right now. I've been working on that for the past 14, 15 years.
And you know that I want it right here. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Current state of hip hop, I would say the tree has gotten bigger, more branches on the tree. To me, it's a good thing. If we all if all music sounded the same, I think it would be really boring, you know. I get some people, it's like, you know, true hip hop, you know, from the old school basically, and grew up on the 80s hip hop, and they, you know, talk about, man, you know, things should be like that, how they used to be, but I'm like, man, if everything sounded like that still, do you think it would be as big as it is, you know what I mean? So I really love the different branches, and not saying that everybody has to like all the branches, you know what I mean? But it gives people a variety, and it does start an influence of people that would have not, you know, at first listened to that type of music. So I think that's really good. And in the future, it's just gonna be bigger, you know what I mean? It's always gonna be a new something, and it's basically a derivative of something that's already here, but they just do something a little bit different, so that creates something new. So that's always gonna happen, I believe.
No, he didn't. They didn't do it again. What? You should.
What can we expect from DJ Jam in the future? More travels, my foundation, going to the next level, projects, artist collaborations. Of course, you know, I'm deep into the production, doing remixes right now with my partner, Dave Moss. We have a lot of things on our site and basically on BPM site also. So that's basically letting the world know that, you know, we're a production crew also, and that's just gonna lead us working with our own artists in the future, so people can be expecting that.
D.R.E. and Shady with Doggy from Long Beach. They came a long way to making these songs play. It'll be a wrong move to steer me the wrong way. I got a long and I carry it all day.